Hey, what's going on everyone? Misha Wilson here, coming at you from one of our Maui intensive events out here in LA this time. And we have a question here from the fabulous Diane. I have no clue what it is, but with that said, what's your question for today's episode of Marketing with Misha, Diane?
Okay, well, this is a wonderful event. It's been a wonderful event. But what I don't want to go away from the event and not be successful. And this is your third Maui that you've taught on. Yes. So can you give us a couple of things that previous affiliates who have been successful, a couple of key things where those successful ones have gone on as against those that haven't? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So essentially it comes down to understanding that everything comes down to skill sets, and everything that we've taught you here and the foundation that we've got in place with your sales funnels that generates leads, and we've taught you about email marketing and all that stuff, right? Those are all going to take some time to get good at. Those are all going to take some time to get efficient at. And what happens is a certain percentage of people who come out to these events, unfortunately, they go home and they want it to work the next day. So they want their first email that they write to be a total home run. They want their first webinar that they host to be a total home run. And the truth is, I mean, just being real, you're gonna have to host a couple of webinars probably before you make your first sale. You're gonna have to send a couple of emails before you send that email that makes you, $10,000 or whatever it is. And so very simply, I mean, it's usually people are looking for a different answer, but it just comes down to the people who show up every single day for their business and commit to the process and then stay true to the process, even when it doesn't work out just the way they wish it would, right? Because we still have days every week we have one of the days where something goes wrong, something, completely and totally unplanned occurs, and the next day I don't feel like getting up, I don't feel like getting out of bed and dealing with it, but it just comes down to doing it anyway. So you'll see a trend with lots of our members where they'll leave, and instead of doing the actual work that we tell them to do, they look for a shortcut, and those members end up usually failing, or it just takes them longer to finally realize that what we taught them is actually what they need to do. So if you can just embrace doing the work, embrace using the six-figure ecosystem that we taught you about, embrace setting up everything inside of it, embrace getting out of your comfort zone when it comes to webinars and talking to people on the phone with your consult funnel and doing Facebook Lives. I know we got you out of your comfort zone with that, right?
Yes.
So if you can embrace that process of getting out of your comfort zone and growing and doing that most consistently, that's really the commonality.
Okay.
So
actually, just keep going, believe in the process, and never quit.
Believe in the process when it's not working, and understand that there are mentors that have come before you that have given you this process and this roadmap for you to walk down. Just trust it, and good things will happen.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So awesome, guys. I hope you got value out of today's show. If you have a question, head over to mishawilson.com. Submit your question, and we'll get to it in no time. Thank you, Diane.
Okay.